children's centres have proved a great success across the country. They aim to serve the needs of the community by providing activities and support for the families of young children, including those with a disability or additional need. Shoebury Children's Centre in Southend has extensive experience of supporting families of children with additional needs.
It's a variety of different support systems that they're after, actually. Sometimes it's just that they're not sure whether this is the right provision for their child, so they want some reassurance that that is the right place for their child. Sometimes they're not sure they want to actually leave their child, they want to do something with them. Sometimes it's because they're going back to work. The after school club that we started up here was started because one parent actually said to us, I need to go back to college, I need to go and do some training, I would like to be a nurse. And I have a child with special need, and I've been to quite a few places that aren't suitable for him, for whatever reasons that might be. And someone said, come in here and you'll be able to maybe point me in the right direction. And actually, we ended up running our after-school club and starting it just for him, really, in the hope that we would then get some more children that also needed after-school provision. And it worked fine, and we're still running our after-school club, and we're now doing a holiday club as well. And we work quite closely with the Children with Disabilities team. So quite a few of our children in there are actually children with additional needs. And it's wonderful to see all the children just playing together and not just saying the word inclusive, but actually doing it in practice, which is really heartwarming.
The centre provides opportunities for parents and young children to take part in organised activities which support their development.
This is a storybook workshop, and it's based around the Very Hungry Kids pillar. And we've told the story with the children and identified all the fruit, and we've made caterpillar fingers, etc. And the idea is to show parents how you can extend storybooks into activities that the children will enjoy, that really bring the stories alive.
The centre also supports the parents of children newly diagnosed with additional needs and helps them to change their attitudes to disability.
Well, we had a group called The Good Beginnings that runs across the borough, and it goes to different parts across the borough. And one of the places actually was being run here. So that gave us a challenge in the sense that these children in this particular group were all newly diagnosed with being on the autistic spectrum. And that meant that we had a creche full of children on the autistic spectrum. So we met with the parents before we started. We asked the parents to be totally honest with us. We needed to know if the children were likely to take their clothes off, if the children were likely to run away. We needed to know warts and all, so that we were better equipped to deal with what might be happening in the creche and to settle the children in the best way possible. We did all that, and that was really okay. We ran the sessions here, which were over a few weeks, and one of the parents did an impact poster for us, which was really telling of how much difference it had made to him. And he said that he felt he was unlucky to have a child with special needs, but by the time he was into week 4 or 5, he said he felt blessed to have a child with special needs. And that shift in mindset was a really powerful thing to hear.
In Southend, some children's centres have set up special sessions for children with additional needs and their families. This messy play session at Sunny Days Children's Centre has proved a great success.
We have a Portage team in Southend who contacted us and explained about the work with the families with children with special needs, and explained how the children's sensory development can really be aided by introducing messy play sessions, which are sometimes difficult to do at home because they're large, messy pieces of equipment and things do get very dirty. And so we decided to start that at the Children's Centre really just as a trial to see if it was needed within the community.
The sessions are run by Portage workers who play a vital part in the early years of children with additional needs.
A Portage worker is somebody that works with children under 5 with disabilities. We have a caseload of families up to about 10. Good boy. And we go and see them at home weekly, generally, for about an hour to an hour and a half. We also run groups like today's a messy play group, so that we don't have to do the messy stuff in the children's homes. We're not supposed to eat the lentils though, no, good boy.
Messy play is all about giving parents a bit of respite time to come along, let their children join in with some messy activities they might not get to do at home. It gives the children some time to get used to other children their age being around them, and it gives the parents a chance to speak to each other and, you know, problem solve between each other and, you know, make some good links up with other parents that might be in the same situation as them, really.
In order for us to visit, the children need to be delayed in 2 or more areas, and that's the criteria for us to visit. With children like Jayden, it's about play skills a lot of the time, so we try and do it as much as we can through play, and it works quite well.
I'm actually a Portage home visitor that supports children mainly with autism. So I'm helping those children with their social skills and with any behavioural difficulties, focusing on things in the home, but also helping them take those skills into the day nursery they might be in, or into other social situations to help them cope.
And on that farm he had a pig. E-I-E-I-O.
We'll discuss with the parents what are the most important things to them to try and progress, and then so using small goals we'll try and help them using the play equipment, toys, sensory equipment. Some of the children that are more severely disabled, we've got quite a lot of sensory stuff that is very expensive, so for parents probably wouldn't have it for themselves, so we can lend that for periods of time.
We work with speech and language therapists, we work with health visitors, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, we work with other people within education, and anyone that the child's involved with really we'll link up with, and it makes sure that the whole team are working towards supporting that child.
Much of the success of this session at Sunny Days Children's Centre is down to the staff listening to parents and guardians and providing the type of activity that meets their needs.
We learned a lot from the parents. We had in our minds that they needed messy play, but we were then informed by the parents that they needed such a lot more than that. Support for the actual parents, support for the siblings, support for the extended families, and really opportunities for the families to have short breaks within a setting. So we quickly decided to add more staff to the session so that the children are able to play or learn with members of staff, and that gives the parents the opportunity to have a break and support each other really.
And that's what's the hardest thing, I think, that you get the looks.
It's just nice to come along and experience what other mums are going through, and dads, and what they're going through. Leo is 5, and Leo has got global delayed development. He has, yes, Lottie. He had mobility problems, and Leo didn't sit up really till he was about 2.5. You know, it's a normal environment to us to come here. The staff have no issues if a child does something that's a bit out the blue, and they're really accepting of this situation, and we all support each other with our own needs, and we all discuss particular areas and development areas that our children haven't done or have done, and then like, oh yeah, you know, this is what we've done and this will help. And that really helps to, you know, to have something in common with other people.
Notice the little things that our kids are doing, you know, and to somebody else it may not be anything, but when you see all the little teeny steps inside the steps, it's just like, whoa, you know, because
Sunny Days has been particularly innovative in the encouragement of fathers to attend a session. A male member of staff is on hand to help fathers feel welcome.
The team I work in the family support team, myself and a colleague, try and support all the various dads groups that run in children's centres around Southend, and they tend to run on Saturday mornings. We try and encourage basically dads just to get generally more involved with their children's learning and development. Just motivating guys in general to come into an environment like this and be open about how they feel about their children is difficult enough. But when you factor in the fact that maybe they've got particular needs of some sort, they've got a certain condition, blokes will be more hesitant, I think, to talk about it than women. Partly because this is a female-dominated environment. Women are more comfortable sitting, chatting in this environment. Blokes tend to clam up a little bit.
My favourite part about coming here is just sitting around and chatting with the other parents. We can come here, you know your kids are in good hands. They're playing with each other, the staff looks after them, and they give us all a break. And we just sit around, you have a coffee, and you know, you can talk to each other about, because all our kids are at such different age groups and levels of ability and whatnot, that you're always going to find somebody that's maybe not gone through exactly what you went through, but maybe something very similar. And they've always got a listening ear. Always. A lot of these people have become like family to me, being here, the other side of the world from where I'm from, you know. It's priceless.
The success of the play session is judged by the difference it makes, both to the children who attend and to the parents and families.
Aeroplanes, aeroplanes ready to go.
The biggest change are the children who came in, and because some of the children don't like particular loud noises and things like that, they'd never been to toddler groups, they'd never been to play centres, or if they had, they'd left very quickly. So this is their first opportunity to interact with other children, because siblings come as well. It's a range of ages as well. And I think the most significant changes I've noticed is the social development of the children.
And formal evaluation has reinforced the value of these sessions to families with children who have additional needs.
100% of the parents have said that they find the sessions have actually changed their lives and their children's lives.
If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet.
When you read the general evaluations at the bottom, the biggest thing that stands out is the support the parents are able to give each other. I think that is the biggest difference. We do the very best we can, but the biggest support is the support they give each other, without a doubt.
Children on the bus go up and down.